Disclaimer: the following program features language not suitable for all audiences, and the expressed opinions found within this program are a reflection of those who feature on the Pop Culture Effect podcast. Welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm Rockin Rob, and on this show I bring my closest friends together to talk about all of the news happening in our pop culture world around us.
Hello, and welcome to the Pop Culture Effect. I'm sure by now you know I'm Gemini, and today I'm joined with two of my greatest friends, Blaze.
What up?
And Subset.
Heyo.
And today might be a bit of a short one, but we're here to talk about the news and everything that's going on in the world of pop culture today. I will be starting us off by discussing some information I found about a new show that is among the horizon, so to speak.
Please.
So, what do the actors of Randall Park, Ashley Johnson, Yvette Nicole Brown, and the ever so lovable Elijah Wood have in common? Well, it's just been announced that they are now part of the voice cast of the newest Among Us animated TV show that's being released by CBS.
Oh my god.
It's happening.
Yes, it is happening.
Who the hell is Elijah Wood playing as?
Okay, so they did release who all they will be playing. This actually started back last year in 2023, the production of the show. They don't have a release date as to when this will be out yet, but Inner Sloth, who is the devs of Among Us, and CBS Studios, more particularly Owen Dennis, is the one who is producing this series. Owen Dennis, the main one at CBS who is producing this, had announced that they are making a Among Us TV show, which I'm intrigued. When I saw this, I started dying laughing because the first thing I saw was Elijah Wood, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Frodo Baggins is going to be in the Among Us TV
It's
show.
almost as hysterical as having Jason Momoa play Steve in Minecraft.
I know, right? It's so...
Steve, I'm sorry, dude.
It's so, shell-shocking. But anyway, so Randall Park, who is known to be in WandaVision and Always Be My Maybe, I've never heard of that one. He will be Red, the people-pleasing blowhard captain of the Skeld ship. Ashley Johnson, who has been in the last video game and Blind Spot, she will be Purple, the ship's suspicious and sarcastic head of security. Yvette Nicole Brown will be Orange, head of HR, and she has played in Community, Bulls Central Park. And then dear old Frodo Baggins, Elijah Wood, who we all know him from Lord of the Rings and another show, Yellow Jackets. He was also in this other weird semi-horror movie about I think cooties. It was kind of weird. It was a kid zombie movie. It was kind of weird. But anyway, he will be Green, an unpaid intern. And like I said, there is no release date for this yet. If you aren't familiar with Among Us, have you been living under a rock for the past 3 years? Because it blew up really big for a while in the video game world. But basically, it's this cute. It's like a Witch of Salem. Witch of Salem. No. What am I thinking of? Salem. It's that one. It was a web browser game for a while. It was something Salem. Town of Salem. It's like a Town of Salem kind of game. Where yeah, I was Town of Salem esque game where it's like a game about trust and deception, where it's a group of people and one of them or a multitude of them, depending on how big your party is, you have to do your little tasks, and one or more people is someone who is sabotaging them, killing off players. Like I said, like Town of Salem, if you're familiar with that game or that subgenre of games. The whole premise of this game, which is why I'm kind of surprised they're creating a TV show based off of this, because it's not that's all there is to the game. Granted, I haven't played it in a long time, so I don't know what they've added to it, but it's a shrimple little game, but it did blow up in popularity in 2020, 2021, give or take, around that time, during the Panini.
Which is really weird because Among Us was actually out for a while, but no one even knew about it until a couple YouTubers started playing it, and then it blew up.
Yeah, it blew up really big when a couple YouTubers, because it was out, I think it originally released 2018.
It was out for a couple years.
Yeah, and then the Panini happened, and I think that's kind of when it blew up, which I'm not surprised, because it was a cheap little game. People were stuck inside. They couldn't do anything.
A good way to be social as well.
Yeah, it was a way to be social and everything with people, because you couldn't be social outside anymore.
Yes. We become social by politically voting each other off to die.
Yeah, and that's how like the game works. You know, you do your little tasks because it's set in space. You're like little spacemen, little space pills. You read little pill bug things.
I see the premise of Among Us is going to be really good to transition it to TV because it's just another murder mystery in space. It's like watching Alien, the first one, where each one is going like the only difference, one of them is the killer. There's an alien in that one in that movie.
Yeah, so it's like a mixture of the town of Salem, like an alien inspiration kind of.
Well, the thing is it just gonna be like the other astronaut, or is it gonna be how Among Us would do with the mimic?
I'm assuming they're gonna go with it's a shape-shifting mimic because that is the premise of Among Us, where one or two crew members are a shape-shifting murderous alien. So I'm assuming that's the direction they're gonna go. But regardless or not, I am intrigued, and I'm gonna be honest, I might be tempted to watch it when they do drop it because one, like I said, I'm just curious what plot and everything they're gonna choose and how they're gonna handle this show. And also for my boy Elijah Wood, come on now, man's went through the fires of Mount Doom and back. I mean, it does make me curious though that does this mean there's going to be a new generation of kids who will only know Elijah Wood from the Among Us TV show? Because that hurts my soul. If that's the case, you need better parents. Oh god.
Like, I'm curious on the pacing. Are they just gonna let we get comfortable with the characters and then expose it, or we're just gonna be right off the gate, first episode of all this going down?
I don't know, because like it's a TV show, so they're gonna have
coordinated like in the game. Everybody has their own colored suit.
Well, they do, yeah, because if they have names, they haven't stated, because, you know, one is going to be red, the captain, purple, the head of security, orange, head of HR, green, the unpaid intern, just like you, subset.
I'm wondering.
I will end you.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be very lighthearted and not serious. I mean, with it being an animated series, it probably won't be.
I was gonna say,
serious.
I'm not too sure. It's probably going to have comedy at the very least.
I'm wondering if each episode's just more shenanigans that happen on the ship.
I'm not sure. They did release back in late January a teaser picture where I think this was kind of one of the first instances of when they had kind of teased that a TV show was in the making. So like I said, a year ago. It's been in production for at least a year now. So granted, it's not necessarily fresh news, but they didn't release who would be in it now. But it's just like, it's a little picture of like the cafeteria, like a pizza party, and it says like a banner that I'm not sure what it's supposed to say, but it says "We're dead" with a blood spatter all on the banner. So it's definitely going to have not necessarily like, you know, gripping heavy moments like other shows, but it might, but I doubt it. But it's definitely, you know, it's probably not going to be, I don't know how like TV studios,
the most best horror cinematic masterpiece ever created. Bet
it could be
Among Us TV show.
Because like that's what I'm not sure like with how TV studios is with shows that are, I'm naturally assuming this might more than likely be a adult cartoon, just because of the fact there is blood, because I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure with like children's, or at least geared towards a younger audience, they usually try to steer away from blood being shown nowadays on children's media. I think, I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. So like it's possible at the very least I could see this being like for an older audience just because of the blood, but I don't know. A lot of these actors have been in, you know, Randall Park, he played the Vision. Ashley Johnson was, you know, she was a voice actress in the Last of Us video game. Wouldn't have known because I've never played that piece of shit, but that's besides the point. You know, I lost my train of thought. Basically what I'm saying is, if you are interested in if you like any of these actors and want to see them in more stuff, this is a project that is coming up. If you like Among Us, there's a TV show coming out. If you really like the game, if you just want something new to watch, that could be like, and you like stuff that's in space, you like a good old murder mystery. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's coming. It's on the horizon.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best cinematic masterpiece ever created.
Oh, definitely. Whenever it comes out, it'll be like TV show of the year, whatever that is.
At least I don't expect good, you know, graphic stuff. Probably more intense scenes, at least, of what's happening, why is this happening, stuff like that.
Yeah, because like, and it's probably going to be a lot of like, maybe if there are intense scenes of like arguing between the crewmates of like, you know, oh, I don't trust you because you were doing this at this time, and now this person's dead, and it's like, well, you. I never liked you anyway. Maybe it's you. I heard you called them a stink ass.
Dude, I wonder if we're gonna see the same level of creativity and wild moment where we've seen people share their Among Us games and just the discourse that goes down of trying to point fingers.
Oh my god, yeah, especially when you play it with friends. Like, you could be the closest friends, you are tight as hell. You can play it with your significant other that you are madly in love with. You know, you've been together for 5 years. You play that game, all of a sudden you're at each other's throats. It's like Monopoly.
Funny enough,
Monopoly.
Funny enough for me, I can never really get into like the normal format of playing Among Us. I always like just getting everyone together, a big group, and it's basically just, can the group finish all the tasks before the killer like wipes them all out? And it's like the killer is like showing off immediately, and you're trying to hide from them and finish your tasks.
Oh, so you play it a little differently.
Yeah.
I like that format because I'll admit, when I have played it, I get so panicky because I'm like, okay, when I'm the killer, I hate being the killer because I'm just like, dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull this shit off.
You have to have the right charisma to be able to pull off trying to talk your way out of not getting ejected, because
you do.
If you're the killer, people almost immediately know you're the killer, and you have to be charismatic enough to talk your way out. I can't do that.
Dumb enough.
Or
I
dumb
can't
enough.
either. Because like, yeah, I'm too my brain is like pebbles, and my charisma is like that of a my brain is smooth pebbles, and my charisma is equivalent to flies on shit. Okay, so like, it's not fun. I can't do it. And you know, if someone sees me go off with someone and then they're dead, it's like, well, it was clearly you because you were the last person that was there. And I'm like, shit, you know, right? You got me.
That's why I go with buddy system. I don't go anywhere without a buddy. At that point, I have an alibi and a witness.
Yeah, but then that buddy system, or you're the killer, and that buddy system fucks you because then it's just like, well, shit, this is the last. God damn it.
I'll make it work. If they're a killer or not. If I'm a killer, I'm still having a buddy. It helps me in the long run. I could be dumb as long as I have a friend.
I guess, but like,
I could just gaslight him. Hey, I found the killer. He's over there. We gotta press the red button.
It's a stressful time for how like shrimple of a game. It can be very stressful. It is a very shrimple game, yeah, because it's small and simple. It's small like a shrimp, so it's shrimple. but yeah, that's pretty much all I have for the new Among Us TV show. I don't even know if that's going to be the actual name of it, if it's just going to be Among Us, or if it's going to have like a different name. I feel like it's probably going to stay like kind of pretty much be like Among Us the show, or maybe like Among Us ellipses, or not ellipses, like the fucking.
Has there been any talks of like what it's going to be aired on, if it's going to be on TV or if it's going to be on a streaming service exclusively?
Not that I have seen. I just know that it's like CBS Studios is like who's like producing it. Anyway, they haven't released information on whether or not it will be on a streaming service or if it will be TV, because I mean it's CBS TV Studios, so either on CBS channels, or do they have their own streaming? Is that Paramount? Is Paramount owned by CBS?
I'm unsure.
Yeah, I don't know. So if they have their own...
CBS does have their own streaming service,
so then more than likely it will probably be on like their streaming service, which is Paramount, and then it's possible that it would air on like their CBS channel on TV. I'm again not 100% sure about that, but it's entirely possible. As for any other streaming services, they haven't even released a release date for this, so I have no idea, but at the very least it will probably be on Paramount, just due to the fact that it's a CBS original. Well, not so much an original, but it's being produced by CBS and everything. But I might probably talk about this again either once a release date has come out, or when more info with either a release date, or maybe just once it's out, because maybe I'll just wait till once it's out, depending on like if it's relatively soon that we get a release date, I'll just wait. If it's like another couple months, maybe I'll just be like, I'll give an update like, oh, they have a date, maybe they release more information. But that's pretty much all we have right now. I just started dying of laughter when I saw that Elijah Wood was going to be in this. So, I had to talk about it because I was like, holy damn. But anyway.
I'm ready for anything. It could be a kid enjoyment, or a good horror show for still accessible for kids,
Yeah.
At the same time, either way, I'm curious of how this is going to pan out. Not on my calendar to see.
Yeah. But with that, moving on from a new TV show, Blaze, what do you have to tell us about a new movie that came out that is probably near and dear dear to a lot of our childhood hearts.
Yeah, we just got Kung Fu Panda 4 in theaters. A lot of people were pretty hyped for it. I saw it a few days ago. I thought it was really good. I think it was lacking in a few areas, but it was still a great film. It's still surprising how much media they've done with Kung Fu Panda, and it still is able to give off still freshness in a way. Now, on top of there being now 4 movies, there's also like 6 or 7 different spin-off series on like Netflix and Nickelodeon. So there's a lot of Kung Fu Panda content, almost if not more content than How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
But with Kung Fu Panda 4, the main premises for the story is that it is time for Po to not be deemed as the Dragon Warrior anymore and be a spiritual leader and pass down the mantle to who he deems worthy as the new successor of the title of Dragon Warrior. But in his struggles of wanting to give up that title of Dragon Warrior, because that's all he's ever been after becoming a Kung Fu master, he runs into a new enemy called the Chameleon, who is stealing the powers of martial artists in the spirit world and to become more powerful, and he has to go fight them off with a new friend that he met by the name of I always forgot how it was pronounced in the movie. Was Zen or Zhen, because it's spelled Z-H-E-N, but a little fox character who's a bit of a thief and is helping Po get to the Chameleon because the Chameleon lives back in the main city that Zhen lives in and is a thief in. The story itself is pretty basic, and a lot of the movie is very predictable, but I still thought it was very enjoyable, though the villain was very lacking in layers and it was a very forgettable villain, but the story was still fun. I know with one of the main things that I heard in the movie was the Chameleon complaining that she couldn't learn Kung Fu because she was too small, which is kind of a plot hole considering that Mantis is the size of your hand.
Yeah, that's a dumb plot hole. But...
yeah, like I said, forgettable villain, but the story was still fun. The characters were still great. The audience still likes the movie. Rotten Tomato gives it a 71%, while the audience score gives it an 86%, which is pretty on par to how the other Kung Fu Pandas are. It always goes back and forth between Rotten Tomato and the audience, which one gives it a 70, which one gives it an 80 to 90. So
it's a pretty decent score.
Yeah, it's still good. A lot of people are still enjoying it. A lot of the cast had a lot of fun voice acting in this movie. Awkwafina plays the new character Zhen, which is, you see Awkwafina in almost everything these days for animated films. Her voice is everywhere now.
Who is she again?
So Awkwafina, a lot of the stuff she's done recently, she was in the live action Marvel Shang-Chi movie. She was the spider in Bad Guys. She was in the Angry Birds movie. She was in Jumanji as well. Once you hear her voice, you'll pretty much catch on, like, oh, she did this stuff. She was also in the new Migration movie as well, and Little Mermaid.
That would explain why she doesn't sound familiar. I have not really seen any of the movies.
Yeah, that's fair. But a lot of people had a lot of fun with it. Jack Black even did a music video with his own version of "Hit Me Baby One More Time." I saw him like singing the song on TikTok, not realizing that it was gonna be an actual song put in the movie of him singing it. So that was kind of funny when I heard that. I think another thing that probably threw me off a bit is that the Furious Five were pretty much gone entirely from this movie, which was a little weird for me because they've been prominent characters in the first 3. It was weird for them to just kind of be gone in the 4th one, which they gave like really quick answers as to why they were gone. They're all out doing other kung fu stuff in other parts of the valley. But yeah, but even though some of the flaws I found in it, I thought it was, like I said, it was still a really good film. I'd probably give it like a good 7.5 out of 10.
It's not a bad. Yeah, for it being a long, like this being the 4th movie, and a lot of movies tend to suffer from like after, if they manage to have a good sequel, a lot of times after that it kind of deteriorates. Looking at you, Shrek.
Though the spinoff, the new Puss in Boots movie, that movie is phenomenal.
I still want to see that. I've heard really good things about it, but like usually a lot of times with a lot of movies, very rarely once they have, if the sequel doesn't flop, usually if they are prolonged, they kind of get a little stinky. Looking at you, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. They should have stopped after 3.
They should have.
4 was okay, but 3 was peak top. They should have just left it off there.
Oh yeah, they should have.
We need 7 more.
God no. But,
we need 7 more.
See, Subset, here's the thing. They're making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, but Johnny Depp's not going to be in it. Jack Sparrow's
like,
not going to be in it.
That's the whole point that I fucking watch those movies. And Orlando Bloom, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But the fact that a kid's movie is able to still remain relatively sturdy and strong past like past the second one is pretty good. Should that mean that it should continue further? Especially it sounded like this was kind of like the end of Poe's journey in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with that too. It's like there's a difference between continuing on a story and stretching it out as a cash grab.
Yeah, so I definitely feel that it should end after this one. If they wanted to, in theory, they could make spin-offs and everything with maybe like a new generation, but sometimes that can be a really big, like, dangerous leap for a movie or franchise in general. Yeah, and like I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure like Jack Black is the main like soul carrying this franchise. So like without Jack Black, if they continue on without him, I feel like that's pretty much putting a nail in Panda's like coffin.
Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, like new generation and stuff, that is always a very iffy topic. Because How to Train Your Dragon even tried doing that with a Netflix series, with it like being hundreds of years in the future, with Hiccup's descendant finding the dragon. One
of which doesn't even like dragons.
Yeah.
Interesting, but like sometimes the next generation thing can be it can be interesting, but it's such a risky thing. Like the best one that I can think of that I was excited when I heard about it, but then when I actually saw what it entailed, I hated it, and that was Boruto. When I heard about they were doing a next generation kind, and granted, Boruto's old as hell. It's old as hell. I know. Robbie does it all the time. It's time I let my true weeb out because Naruto is the first anime that I got into. And I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry, Robbie. This is a short episode. We can probably keep it in anyway. What's it matter? Anyway, I love that anime. It is near and dear to my heart. It's the first one I ever watched when I was a chubby ass snot-nosed brat in like in 4th grade. And so, when I heard
sister, preach.
Yeah, I was a snot-nosed brat in like early middle school. And when I had heard I think I was a senior in high school when I don't know if the manga was releasing, or I think they were teasing it. They were like saying it was coming out soon when I went. So back in 2015, yikes. When I heard about that, I was like, oh damn, they're continuing it. They're making a next generation. That's really cool. I saw the designs and I'm like, okay, interesting design, but I can work past it. I saw the names and I'm like, are you kidding me? Bolts, Boruto, Salad. So are you kidding me? What the are these names? And then like as it progressed, I tried to watch it once or twice and I'm like, okay, the designs aren't too bad. I'm not too sure where I'm liking these designs for the characters as adults because they look like weirdos.
I hate the look of Naruto as an adult. He should have had the long hair like his father.
I hate Gaara's design. He looks like a
Look, all right. As a big Gaara fan, I'm okay with it. Want to know why? Because it's his woman doing that for him.
He doesn't have a woman.
What do you mean? Yes, he does. Shut up.
He's not married.
He's not married, but he has a woman.
I don't think he has a woman in the next generation. I'm pretty sure he's single.
But I do think it's funny though. Is like all the female characters had really nice glow ups into adulthood. All the guys look stupid.
No, dude, no.
That is the most realistic thing ever. What do you mean?
Dude, when I saw Choji, I'm like, what happened to my boy? He went from looking like an adorable dumpling to like some redneck man who drinks beer and beats his wife. What is this? He looks so bad. Sai is the only one that didn't get a glow down. He just looks the same.
Yeah, he does kind of just look the same.
Sasuke, I guess, doesn't look too bad, but like that's because Sasuke's look is kind of like plain.
Look. In the terms of glow ups, is the most realistic thing I ever seen. All right, Sai got an exception due to how he is. Sasuke lucked out. He could have went two ways, either one bland or two just trying to be edgy. There's only two ways.
Shikamaru doesn't actually look that bad.
Everybody else is reasonable because there's no glow-ups for men when we get older.
That's
At least
not
not for all of us. At least not for all.
Shikamaru didn't look that bad. He just has to shave the weird pubes on his chin, and like, he doesn't look that bad. But like, oh my god, when I saw Choji, I'm like, oh dude, what happened to you, man? What did Kishimoto do to you? Holy shit! And then
the ones who stayed the same was Mike Guy and Kakashi.
Oh, Kakashi, that's he's like a
and
nice
Tsunade,
bottle of
but
wine.
I mean, Tsunade never ages.
Well, yeah, that's cheating. She's cheating. But then, like, they're progressing it more. I think it's on a hiatus right now. And, like, they showed, like, they're doing another time skip. And I saw the designs of the time skip, and I'm like, ew.
Okay, I will give Boruto credit. It's getting to a point now where the story's actually getting really good. It's just...
I've heard the story has gotten better, but I hate the new design for their, like, older teen self.
One thing that it really lacked was, more so the anime, not the manga part, but the anime for Boruto was almost entirely filled. All of Boruto leading up to the time skip is only like a few chapters, manga-wise.
And I guess that's fair, but like from a character design perspective, because that's my whole like thing, dude. Sarada's outfit, holy shit, what is going on with this mess? She's knock-kneed, she's got a tube top and a leather jacket and like leg warmer and heels. Like, she looks like she's going to the club. She doesn't look like a goddamn shinobi.
Like, okay, with that's already been a large discourse with the people who drew her, the people who's drawing the manga and shit like that. That's just a long discourse you don't want to get into. Let's just say
I'm getting into
it's
it because
complicated.
Unfortunately, looks like she's gonna dancing on the pole.
I know. I don't like it either, but this is just where we're at, and unfortunately it's canon.
I hate that it's canon, and I'm pretty sure, what was it? I think Himawari's design was a little weird too. Let me look it up quick, because I think I had some issues with Himawari's design too, which I think she's adorable, but like, she looks like a like, she looks like a kid from the 90s. Like, she looks like she got spat out from 1995. Like, what the is this shit? She's wearing a goddamn like I know Himawari, she's like named after a sunflower. That's literally what her name means. But she's got like a sunflower too, like a crop top and jeans and like canvas shoes. She looks like a goddamn 90s kid, and I hate it.
I'm actually looking this up because I actually don't know what she looks like in the time skip.
God, I love this tangent.
Like, she looks like she got spat out from 1995, maybe early 2000s.
Oh, it's like she's wearing like the jeans, like the yellow crop top, the sunflower.
Yeah.
The sunflower. Oh my.
Okay, the sunflower I get, because like that's her name is meant to like mean sunflower. That's fine. That's a cute little like homage to her name. But like, what the is this outfit?
It's definitely interesting because like it's weird. Like, going into Boruto, you're seeing like the Hidden Leaf Village like go into the future a bit, but also has things that's like staying back in traditional stuff. So it's really weird seeing like this style of where the universe of Naruto is at the point. So a lot of outfits like this is weird to see because it doesn't look like traditional Naruto like looking outfits.
Yeah, and that's why like I hate Sarada's outfit, because I'm assuming this is supposed to be like her shinobi clothes, but she doesn't. She looks like a goddamn stripper. She doesn't look like a shinobi. Like, even in like old Naruto, there were some shinobi women who had like, some risque clothing, but they still look like shinobi. They didn't look like downtown strippers. I hate this. I'll end my tangent. I'm sorry, but I've been brewing on that for probably a year now. I've been sitting on that hot piece of information for a long time, and I needed to get it out.
That was fine. That was a good chat. But anyway, moving on to more stuff that has continued on. Subset. How's Invincible Season 2 going? The part 2 of it?
I don't wanna.
You don't wanna? Well, too bad. We need answers.
Okay, so I didn't even knew it was out.
Oh, did they like shadow drop it?
I guess, cause like for real, they did barely jack all to bring like to show you or talking about it in general. It just showed up. Now
I know they did that little like side series of like Adam Eve's past.
Well, yeah, they did that for like after the hiatus, the 4-month hiatus after like the season 2 stopped for the 4 episodes. It was a 5, 4 episodes. Then it was gone for 4 months, and then it's back, and now we got 4 episodes again. But like I don't know. The way they're handling the part 2, right? It's a little iffy, but in my eyes, I think it set the pace where everything left off, you know, that was going on last couple 4 episodes. And another little bit bit of a time skip, but
I mean, to be fair, doesn't the whole series of Invincible have a ton of time skips throughout the manga or comic?
I think so.
yeah, comic. And yeah, which is, it's not like major, like maybe when they say like, oh, we're gonna be gone like maybe a week or 2, it's like a month or 2, shit like that. It's not like major time skip, like, oh, years. Not yet anyways. We gotta wait for that for later. But it's, the 5th episode was nice. I enjoyed it. I just wish they kind of did a little bit more marketing in actually promoting this, like, it's back, it's, you know, it's here and whatnot. That, and I'm still a little salty that we don't have a lot of episodes for season 2. Kind of wish we had a little bit more, but it's gotta be doing. That's just been happening with a lot of TV shows that I've been enjoying, and it's not enough. It's just not enough. But for now, we're in wait, and then we just wait again, the endless cycle.
Yeah, they're going real slow with getting the episodes out of Invincible, because other stuff seemed to have aired pretty quickly, like Has-Been Hotel. Once Amazon took over Has-Been Hotel, they got that out fairly quickly, along with like their animated series for Vox Machina. We got season 2 out really quickly after season 1.
Oh, did they release season 2 for that?
Yeah, we got season 2 like almost a year ago.
Oh, I haven't paid it. I haven't watched it. I've been wanting to, but I like Mighty Nine more, so like I'm kind of hoping.
They did announce they are doing animated Mighty Nine.
Yeah, fucking love Mighty Nine. I haven't even listened to it, but I haven't even their fucking episodes because it's too many. But like, dude, not the brave. 9
hours every stream, 10 hours, 12 hours. Shit. Now that's the treatment I like to see with Invincible, at least. But I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's some eternal bullshit. But right now, I feel like the show, it's still hanging on the narrative we finished off last time, and the way how it ended again. I need to see it. Have you gotten around to watching it, Blaze?
I haven't. It's not really a show that's on my radar, but I do see a lot of scenes from the episodes through TikTok or YouTube, so I'm kind of keeping along in my own way, but I don't really sit down and watch the episodes. To be fair, I've actually kind of skimmed through the comics, so I already know a lot of what's going to happen.
I do too, but the big difference going on is like they're doing things differently in the show. Even the creator said that he will like.
I have noticed they've tweaked things a bit.
Like, not too, like, I say not too major things, but just a way to keep the pace good for the show. And so far has been doing just fine doing that. But there's not really a lot to say. It's just, I'm just still mad that they haven't really promoted much about the show and whatnot. When part 2 came out, it kind of feels like it's trying to shoot it in the foot, I guess. But that's just my own opinion. That's it, Gemma. You need to watch it. Go watch it.
I know I do.
Go watch it. Go watch it. Better go watch it right now after this. I think there's a few characters you might enjoy. Hell, you can even watch that Eve episode because it's separate from the stories, like a whole hour long. I think an hour long.
Oh wait, are we talking about Has-Been?
Invincible. Not Has-Been.
Oh, Invincible. Oh no, first season of Invincible.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you and Roboto there.
I did.
Yeah.
I watched the
Gemini
first season of Invincible.
Season 2
like a long time.
out,
I know. I've been waiting for them to finish the entirety of season 2 before I watched it.
You're gonna be waiting a while.
That's
Yeah,
fine. I just want because I hate the whole watching a few episodes and I forget about it and then I have to rewatch it. That's why I'm just waiting for it to fully be released until I watch the entirety of season 2. But I have watched Invincible. I've watched it God, I don't know how many times because someone had an obsession with it for a time. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Shadow Man in the corners. But yeah, no, I've seen it. I like it. It's a good show, and I've just been waiting for season 2 to be completed because I'm weird.
Not many people I can talk to. Only to you viewers. Only you will understand my plight.
I mean, I get that it's probably a little in comparison to the first one, but I'll get around to it when it's done eventually. Maybe. No.
Maybe. It's gonna be 9 months later and you still haven't not watched it when it's weird.
Look, man, I got a lot of shit on my to watch list.
Well, time to go through it, buckaroo. You gotta start taking out names. You gotta waste hours.
I already waste enough hours as it is.
Everybody wastes hours enough that is. You gotta waste more time to do with the things you want.
I know, but that's the problem. I don't have enough time to do all the things that I want to do, and it's stressing
do everything
me out.
all at once.
I wish a single day was 48 hours, not 24.
48 hours. That one single 48-hour day. Like, yes, perfect. Dude, that's gonna you up though.
I know, but oh well.
From that side tangent, that's everything I got to say about the Invincible episode and how it's doing. I'll recap it more when all the episodes came out again. So till then, you gotta wait my opinion and wait more for more episodes.
No, that's just me.
It's in
I
the
think
bloodline. What do you mean, dude?
Yeah, it's in our shared bloodline, you know, which means technically he's the bigger goblin. Technically,
I'm a hob.
yeah, he's the hobgoblin. I'm just the goblin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know hobgoblin is an offensive term. I mean Akashi.
Oh my god.
Wink, wonk, wink.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for being here with us for this day.
I please
We're gonna cut
appreciate
off with
that
this.
reference.
We're just gonna end it here.
You can cut that, Robbie.
He's probably gonna cut most of that because I just realized my mic. I kept my mic muted when I talked about the goblin thing for the
Perfect.
recording. So yeah, that whole part's probably just gonna get cut out.
Oops.
Yeah, he can use it. You can use this, Bobbert. You'll make it work, right, Bobbert? You'll make it work.
He needs to do
You're
more
probably
editing. He needs to add in text of what I was saying.
Send him a script, be perfect. Just send him something. I don't care what it is. It's something.
Now, for my section of this episode, I wanted to take some time to discuss a little game that came out just recently by a developer known as Berserk Boy Games, and their game called, obviously, Berserk Boy. And with Gemini saying this kind of on the shorter end of the episodes, I want to stick to that theme, and I just want to run through why I think this is an amazing game, because Berserk Boy came out on the Nintendo Switch on March 6th, and for those of you that like Mega Man games, I personally love Mega Man ZX for the DS, but this is a far cry from the disappointing Mighty Number 9 that we got a few years ago, and I'm definitely going to return to this genre when 30XX comes out in August. But this Berserk Boy is a wonderful mix of everything I love about 2D platformers, with callbacks to Sonic rail grinding and Mega Man style boss fights with different power-ups. The movement and abilities about this game though work so well together, and it's just such a fluid game to fly through. The abilities you get are Flame Drill, Ice Kunai, Soaring Wind, and Mind Buster, also with the fifth electric orb that you get at the start of the game, which is honestly never given a name. But yeah, you go through 5 worlds where each world you have a little bit of returning to do after you have the right power up to get through the certain spots if you want to 100% complete the game. And this game is absolutely amazing. It hits all the spots that you need it to hit for a nice old school 8-bit Mega Man-esque game. If you have the extra $26 lying around, definitely go for it. I'm not gonna spoil the end. It's an absolute blast of a game to get through, but for those of you 100% completionists, there is definitely something special at the end, and this is definitely a shining gem on the Nintendo Switch. So that's all I have to say about Berserk Boy. Get it if you can. It's a wonderful game where it just makes me want to go back and play it and speed run it and just get as fluid of emotion through the levels as I can. But that's all I really have to say about it. It's an amazing game. Get it. It's super cheap. And I will give it back to my friends to end out our episode.
You're gonna have to close this out, Subset. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
You can do it.
You think I can do anything in my life?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember the CJW.
CJSW, I think.
Yeah. Thanks, Blaze. I appreciate it. I'm bad with memory. Where's the script with the ending thing? I'm pretty sure Bobber said something. At least somewhere. I hope. I'm panicking. Panic. Serious. Should really have note cards for this shit. The is it? I guess Bobber didn't say it, unless it's lost in the endless text of chat.
Got this. Wing it.
Wing it. But my brain barely works as it is.
It adds character. It's fine.
It adds character. I'm pretty sure the viewers can already hear it now in my character. My character is shite. Can't wait for Bobber to hear through these recordings and seeing me struggle. Don't you dare! Don't you dare do that to me with the duck noises, sir. I'm about to walk away. I swear to God.
Wow.
Oh shit. I'm at 3%.
Quick.
Okay, so what is the full line for the cutoff? Other than like let's say the buys and shit.
That's just pretty much all we got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And if you're listening to us on the radio, if you're listening to us on CJSW, don't forget to check out all the other podcasts that are on the station as well. And then thank us for being on the episode with you.
All right, just cut that in. Ha! I tricked him. Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you for having us today. I hope you guys enjoy this time. I'm with my best friends right here in this current recording. Bobber will tune in later. Blaze. Gemini.
A pleasure as always.
And me, it's Subset. Hey, yo.
We're not making that the outro. You can kiss my ass, Subset.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That was great.
It was not!
It was wonderful. Perfect. Bobber will
ass.
call that content. Just send that over.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, no.
You will respect my
Sorry.
You want me to just f***ing do the whole outro?
What do you mean? We're keeping that one.
We are not keeping that one. I will end you.
No, we're keeping that one. What do you mean? We already did it. Come on, man. Bobber will figure it out. I think he will enjoy it. Be great. It's almost April Fool's, right?
Oh my god, it is. It really is.
Like,
Call it an early April Fool's show.
2 weeks away.
Yeah, wait, hold up. This episode's gonna be posted, what, next week?
I don't even know anymore when these things get actually posted. Any topics we talk about are usually end up being like a week or two outdated.
Yeah, so I don't know either. I barely pay attention when he's like episode blank is out and I'm like, okay, which one was that one?
The curses. All our attentions go to it, and when it's done, it's done.
Pretty much.
All right, come on, let's get an actual outro done so we can finish this.
Do you want me to do it?
Sure.
Please.
Well, with that, that's all we have to conclude. All right. Well, that's the end of our time here in the PopCulture Effect little booth thing that we have. I don't know what is our little stand. I don't know. Anyway, that's all we have to talk about today. I'm glad to be here with my bestest of friends, Blaze.
Anytime.
Subset.
Hey, yo.
And me, Gemini. It's been a pleasure as always. And I hope you managed to get around to checking out the other stations on CJSW, as well as the other podcasts. If you're watching on the YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Holy shit, I feel like a sellout saying that.
We're all sellouts. It's
I know.
okay.
I'm Gemini, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, yo.
See, now, was that so hard, Subset?
Yes. Social anxiety is a bitch. We need you for the inclusivity deal?
Well, to be fair, Subset's supposed to be the one to start off, but I guess him and I can flip-flop.
Okay. It
Wait,
is recording.
it was?
You guys are ready?
Yeah, it says pass the table, Subset, Blaze, and then me. So, do you want to start, or do you want me to start it off?
And Robbie said we don't have to read off that thing at the top. That's just basically what's going to be said at the intro before it goes off to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah.
me or you?
I'm not waking up. Yeah, you go ahead, Sharon. I'm not
Okay.
waking up for this.
All right.
Okay.
Let me know whenever. Let me know whenever.
You're good.
All right. Hello, and welcome to the. I forgot the nickname. God damn it. Okay. Hello. Welcome to the PopCulture Effect. I am. Oh my god.
I believe in you.
Well,
You
Hello.
can do it.
I know I can do it. Hello. Welcome to the Foley. I can feel the air. All right. Hello, and welcome to the PopCulture Effect. I'm Gemini, and with me today are some of my closest friends, minus the notorious ever so. I'm restarting that because I didn't know where I was going with that. God damn it! I hate myself. I'm sorry, Robbie, in advance.
No, you're not. Don't
No, I'm
apologize.
not. All right.
Bobber's a bitch.
Yeah.
Bobber's a bitch. That's another friend. Oh.
All right.